In this video, we are going to discuss about structure. Before discussing structure, first we will recall arrays. What is array? Array is used to store group of data which belongs to same data type. So more than one data can be stored in array, but the data should be in same data type. But what is structure? Structure is used to store group of data which belongs to different data type. So structure is used to store the more data or n number of data, but it is not necessary that all the data should be in the same data type. We can store different type of the data into structure. You will see the example. Here I am creating the structure called student. Here struct is keyword which help us to create the structure, and student is the structure name. So what are the general things in the student? There will be a student name will be there, and student roll number will be there, student's mark will be there, student average will be there. So if you are seeing here, name is the string and roll number is the integer, total mark is integer, average is float. So three kind of the data: character data or string data, integer data, float data. Different kind of the data can be stored under structure. Here these data are called as a structure member. Then we have to close the structure with semicolon. So here I have created the one structure called student. The student structure able to store the more than one type of the data. That is the main application of structure. We will see the syntax of structure. To create a structure, we have to follow this syntax. First, we have to give the keyword, that is struct. Then we have to give the structure name. Structure name can be anything like a student, employee, or college, whatever may be. Then we have to give the open brace. After the open brace, we have to create the structure member. What is the member? The required data. First, we have to give the data type. Then we have to give the member name. Example, care student name, int register number, int marks. Like that we can create the necessary members. Then we have to close the structure. Then we have to give the semicolon. This is the way to create the structure. After creating the structure, we have to create the structure variable. What is the structure variable? With the help of the structure variable only, we can access the structure member. How to create the structure variable? First, we have to give the keyword struct. Then we have to give the structure name. That is the same name which we have given in the structure creation. We have to give the structure name. Then we can give the any name, that is a structure variable name. I will explain in this one in the example. After creating the structure variable, if we want to access the member, we have to give structure variable name dot member name. So we have to use the structure variable name, that is the structure variable name dot member name. Then only we can access. We will see this in example, so you will understand very clearly. So I'm going to create the one structure and I'm going to teach you how to access. So I have opened one C file. First I'm going to create the structure called student. So how do we create the structure? The structure can be created before main. So I have included the header file. After the header file I'm going to create the structure. So first I need struct keyword. Struct, this is the keyword. Then we have to give the structure name. Structure name can be anything. Since I'm going to store the student data, I'm giving the structure name is student. After giving the structure name, we have to open and we have to close the brace. After the close brace, we have to give the semicolon. Here I want to create the structure member, that is a necessary data. First let me create the name. So to store the student name, I am creating the string. and I'm creating the roll number to store the student roll number. The type of the roll number is integer. Then I'm going to get the 3 marks from the student. So M1, M2, M3. I'm going to get the 3 marks. Then I'm going to find the average of this mark. So average can be in the float. So I have given average in float. So this structure student having three kind of the data. One is char, another one is the integer, third one is the float. So after creating this structure, we can create the main. So I'm creating void main. Then after the main, if we want to access the structure, we have to create the structure variable. How do we create the structure variable? We have to give the keyword struct. Then we have to give the structure name. What is the structure name? Student. Then we have to give the structure variable s1. So I'm going to create the data for only one student. So I'm creating the only one structure variable. What is the structure variable? S1. So first I'm going to get the name from the user. So I'm going to ask enter student name. Enter student name. After getting, so how they will enter? To get the input, we have to use the scanf. So what is the data we are going to get? We are going to get the name. Name is nothing but string. So I will use the percentage yes. Then we have to get the name. Name is nothing but structure member. How do we get the structure member? We have to use the structure variable. What is the structure variable? S1. And what is the member? I have to get the member is nothing but name. So S1 dot name. So here you have to understand to access the structure member. What is the structure member? Name. I have to give variable name, that is a structure variable name s1 dot member name. So second one, I want to get the register number from the user. So enter student register number, sorry, roll number. So what is the roll number? Roll number is nothing but integer. So in the scanf I'm going to use percentage d. In the percentage d I want to access for the structure member called roll number. To access the structure member, I have to use the variable name, that is the s1 dot roll number. Then I have to get the 3 marks. What are the 3 marks? M1, M2, M3 from the student. So printf, I'm going to get the 3 marks. Enter 3 marks or 3 subjects marks. So I'm going to use the scanf. I'm going to use the 3 percentage d. 1, 2, 3. After that, I have to get these 3 variable. So here I made one mistake. Here what I am getting? I am getting the register roll number. Roll number is integer. When we are getting the integer value, we have to use the ampersand. So here I am going to use the ampersand structure variable name, that is s1 dot member name m1. This is for first percentage d. For second percentage d, I am going to use ampersand s1 dot m2. So I am accessing the M2 member, and third one I am accessing the M3. So ampersand S3 dot M3. Okay. Now I can get student name, roll number, and 3 marks. Now I have to find the average. To find the average, I am going to access the average variable. So s1 dot avg equal to s1 dot mark 1 plus s1 dot mark 2, that is m2, plus s1 dot m3. So how do we find average? We have to add these 3 marks, then we have to divide it by 3. So I am adding this 3 mark and I am giving divisible by 3. Then I am printing the student name then mm, average marks. So where the student name is available, s1 dot name, and I have to print the average. So printf average is percentage f. It is stored in s1 dot avg. Okay, let me give the slash n here. So first you will run this program. So it is showing the error over here. So here I am getting the 3 marks. One is s1 dot m1 comma s1 dot m2 comma, here I have to give s1 dot m3. Let me check again. It is start running. First it is asking the student name. I am going to give my name Sebastian, and I am giving the register number 22. I am giving the marks 82, 85, 86. So it is displaying student name is Sebastian and average is 84. So how to create the structure here? After the header file, we can give the struct keyword, and we have to give the any structure name and open brace. Inside the open brace, the necessary data we can create with the data type. Then we have to close the structure. Then we have to create the structure variable. How do we create the structure variable? Struct keyword and structure name. What is the structure name we have given? Student. We have to give the student the same structure name and structure variable. Then if we want to access the members, these members, we have to access variable name dot member name, variable name dot member name. Okay, so if we want to create for second student, what we have to do? We can to use s2. If we want to create for one more student, we can give s3. If we want to give for one more student, s4. Then what you have to do? The same steps you have to do it for s2. Then same steps you have to do it for s3 and s4 as well. So this is the way to creating the structure. Now you may understand the structure can store more than one type of the data. That is the advantage of structure.